Hi everybody, just a quick video to say I was wrong about the Fabriano drawing sketchbook, and I'm going to show you why. Let's go. Okay everybody, so why I was wrong. I am now lately really into using black Inktense pencil by Derwent and a simple water brush. Now, usually in sketchbooks in general, but I've been using over the years, pen and wash technique doesn't work. So you put a pen down, any water-soluble pen, and add water. And I've been finding in all sketchbooks except for the Mule Bamboo sketchbook, the ink didn't move. And it was the same in here until I started using this Derwent Black Inktense pencil. And though I did start this sketchbook this year, I stopped using it because I was testing quite a few different things, but I just wasn't getting on, and I felt that the paper had changed over the years. You see my point here. The ink didn't want to move. So then I tested the R&F or drawing oils, and it is okay, but again, the paper wants to curl. So then I started doing this, and I really like how it's coming out. Yes, the paper curls a little because of adding the water. And remember, there are some art companies that are doing their sketchbooks deliberately. If it's called a sketchbook and it's a lightweight paper, then it is just for sketching. Rough, dry media sketching. This is a drawing book, so technically drawing media. So more dry than wet for drawing. But you can get away with adding some of your water brush. And that's what this Inktense is perfect for here. You've got lots of different tones already coming from adding different amounts of water. And the texture has still stayed simply because I didn't scrub it out, but also because it won't go away. So you can use it to your advantage. In the sky here, it didn't go. But if you are very light with your pencil, you won't get marks. If you're heavy, the marks will stay. Okay, everybody, so let's check this out. And I will draw for you. Some of these works are available for sale, by the way. I am selling them via direct link, or I have a place on eBay, or there's one available, possibly two, on Big Cartel. But I'm finding eBay and my direct Stripe links are far easier to deal with. And it's a more curated way of buying directly from me, just far easier. So I've got my water brush here and the black Inktense pencil, of which I've ordered 3 more because they're just so great. So what are we going to draw? Just out of my head. I'm into doing trees and mugs at the minute, so I will do... And remember, it's out of my head. I'm not looking at reference. It's all just what comes to me, really. I am intuitive quite often. You know, it's hard to put myself in a labelled box, really, of just what my art is, really. I just create it. So we've got that. And I'm going to go in. And basically, I do build up layers. You can do that. But just look at this lovely looking ink already coming. And it's keeping the outside the kind of outline, you know, looking an old gnarly tree. And then I just wipe the excess. I don't want my brush getting destroyed. Because remember, when Inktense dries, it's permanent. You've got ink in a pencil, which is just so good, so convenient. So you can have your pen and ink technique with you in a more convenient way without the fear of your bottles of ink smashing with you if you're traveling. I'm not sure how good the Derwent Inktense watercolor palette is because I prefer pencil. I wasn't keen on the sticks. They seem to be a bit more chalky than the pencil, so I stick to the pencil. Now the reason I then go and add in more layers is because the water can make it look more, you know, pale, especially with water brushes. So I just then let it dry, and it dries quite quick, and we then just build up. So you can see, if we try and, say, scrub this bit out here, the outline, it will go a little. It depends if water had hit it first. And I'm doing circular motions, and I'm just dragging it out. Depending on how heavy you've pressed on the pencil will depend on whether that outline will go. And you can see it has basically gone. But there'll always be, because it's ink, a stain left there. So you have to decide whether you're happy with that. You're not going to get perfectionism with this, you know. So hopefully you'll understand what I mean. You've got shadow here coming off, you know, and it's doing it for you. That's what I like. Now, I go straight on with the brush at times to the pencil and just pick up some neat pigment directly if I want real dark, and then I'm just dabbing. And wipe the excess off. And then I like to go in, just define the branch a bit more. And it's lovely drawing on wet paper with this. That's how I do my signatures and a date, because it really makes it even more permanent. I'll show you that. Well, I don't know if you'll see it, because I can't bend my head. I have to put the paper further up so that I can see. But I'm really soaking the area, and then I'm going to do my signature. Okay, so today is the 15th of May when I'm recording this video. I don't know when you guys will get to see it. And just look at that lovely dark. So basically, yeah, I was wrong about this sketchbook because it's now usable. You can see, yes, it's curling at the corners, but what's the paper weight? I think it's 160, yeah, 160 GSM. But it's artist grade paper, and you can flatten it. You know, if this is shipped to you, if you buy it, you just flatten it. You can even, with a dishcloth, a dry dishcloth obviously, or a towel, put it in between a towel and gently iron. Not on steam, you don't want any wet, just on a gentle heat, and to iron it flat. But ultimately, it will go flat if it stays on a flat surface. Sometimes I put work between two, well, I have a book press, so I'll put that there, a full size. But you could put it between two chopping boards, you know, just as long as it's flat and got some heaviness, weight to it. So yeah, I'm really in my black and white phase, doing a lot of that, and it's really fun. I've had more fun doing this than I've had in a long time with my artwork, doing the black and white. I'm not sure how long the phase will last, but I'm enjoying it while I have it. When someone collects my original sketchbook pages, they're actually owning and being part of my sketchbook journey and art world. You can see we're building up. We've got the darkness in the middle and the lightness at the ends, because it tends to be lighter at the ends of the tree and darker in the middle. Then I might do a little one in the distance, maybe. And to begin with, it will look all one, like flat. And that's fine till you let it dry. Then let it develop. See, this is not so flat, and this is looking flat, because it's all one kind of tone at the moment, and the texture has been erased a little. So I'm going back in, defining. I find it's creating different things for me that I can then outline. Let's see if the signature, I like to put water all over it. Yep, it's permanent. It hasn't run, so that's good. And there's not much curling going on, just the corners. And this then gives it a base to sit on the ground. You're grounding it. put some hedging in. Might even put a gate. So hopefully guys you're finding this useful and helpful. I think sometimes we're very quick. If what a sketchbook doesn't do for what we used to do, we kind of put it to one side and ignore it. But you could then develop a new interest that the sketchbook will be perfect for. So with that said guys, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a comment if you liked my video, and share it, because then more people get to watch how wrong I was about this sketchbook. And I'll see you on the next video really soon. I'm going to carry on finishing off this drawing, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye!